Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mildly Bad Drivers. We begin with number 19. Driver attentiveness decreases close to the holidays. Multiple red light runners and a near miss from an inattentive driver. Just a quick follow the leader. If the person in front of me is going through the intersection, then I can probably go through the intersection too. What the frick? Okay, that combo is crazy to go from people just running red lights to someone just nearly running into you. Oh my God. Cool, you just got a great, yeah, just everybody's running the red light. No big deal, no big deal. That one's crazy though. At least you're stopped while the other people are going through. This person's just like, I'm going to just drive into the median or something like that. Yeah, also this camera definitely has some crazy astigmatism. Oh my God, bro. This sounds like what Kara has described to me is what it is like when she drives at night. And so therefore, if ever we're both going somewhere and it's nighttime, I'm the one driving because otherwise it's not good. Well, excuse me. Someone gonna do a sick like turn out into the street. Oh. Did they hit you? Or did they just come really close? It's kind of hard to tell. I hope they didn't hit you. Hold on. Wait, hear the crunch? Please don't swear. Don't say a bad word. Okay. No. We're good. You didn't get hit. We would have heard it if he was hit. I thought he was going to let out a frick, and it was a risk to turn the audio on, but everything ended up okay. See, this is mildly bad driving because it's just like nobody got into a collision. But what the frick is this person even doing, man? You know? Like, you're just, lanes are only suggestions. They can make their own path in the world. On my way to work this morning. Okay, you have enough time to brake here, so it's not gonna, okay, no problem. Are they gonna, they're not gonna reverse into you, right? Because that would be crazy if they just reversed into you. Or are they just going to pull in front of somebody else? Oh, they're just going to pull in front of somebody else. Nice. At least it wasn't you. You were just there to witness it. Nobody knows if there was actually an impact. But it was a bad turn nonetheless. Guy tries showing off in his 1.8 Jetta. Hey, okay. There's no need to engine shame people. Just because it's a 1.8 liter engine doesn't mean that you can't have fun responsibly. It's very rude. You know, there's no need to be rude. Although I assume this guy is going to do something silly. A few moments late there. I'm actually impressed that he managed to break the tires loose in that car. Wait, is he laughing at the guy? He can't open it. It's been broken shut. Yeah. Classic Florida moment though, right? I can't even tell if the street was wet or not. I wouldn't have thought it to be enough power. He definitely turned off the traction control. That's for sure, though. Pro tip to everybody out there, no matter how good you are at driving, how many track days you have under your belt, there's literally no... Oh, it is definitely wet road. That probably did it. Turned off traction control, wet road. You don't need nearly as much power in order to make that happen. Just hard to tell in the previous camera angle. You have a million track days under your belt. There's literally no reason ever to turn off the traction control on a public road. I didn't want to unmute because it might just be laughing, which would be funny, but it might also be like, you're a freaking idiot. So I didn't want to risk that, but you can always listen to it yourself. Brodozer equals lifted truck, blinding lights, and aggressive driving. Brodozer is a good term. Why is he like holding the lane as he goes around just to kind of make the person uncomfortable? Like, yeah, okay, You shouldn't be in the left lane. If someone else is behind you going quicker, you should pull to the side. So yeah, it's poor road etiquette, but also nearly hitting someone is not the way to go about it. Speaking of holding two lanes, I gotta tell you of an idiots in cars moment that I had the other week. I might have forgotten to even talk about it in the last one because it might have happened before the idiots in cars. Okay, so we've got two lanes that are turning left. So because it's two lanes turning left, you have to stay in your respective lane as you make the turn and then enter the street that you're turning into. So I'm on the inner left lane, and then there's a person next to me. They begin to verge into the lane that I am supposed to be turning into, and as they do it, I start laying on the horn. They proceed to just stay like on the line. Their car is straddling the line between the two lanes. As I'm continuing to lay on the horn, like, what are you doing? You're just, and then they stop there. They just stop waiting. There's cars in front of them. They're waiting for the light, and they're just stopped straddling the two lanes. And the lane on the right that they're supposed to be in, like, that's blocked. There's room. So there's a left turn lane. So I go around, and like, he's gesturing at me like, what the frick is wrong with you? And I'm like, you're literally right now straddling the two lanes, and you are confused and angry as to why I am mad at you. You're right now sat still in two lanes. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, so just a mildly bad driver's moment. It's just, God, man, zero sense of spatial awareness or anything. Not horrible, but please don't do this. What are you going to do? All right, you're just making a left turn. Seems all above board so far. Unless they're going to not do it and then they're going to come back into the road, or... Oh, I got it. It looked like they were going to just make a turn into one of the driveways, but instead they just got into the middle of the road about 2 blocks before the actual protected left turn lane for the signal. Yeah, I thought they were going to go into a driveway, but they're just like, I'd just like to drive in the middle of the road for a little bit until we get to the light. Just to get out of the way, you know? If you want to turn left before me, you can go ahead of me. It's like, you don't have to do that. Clearing off my old dash cam. Found this gem. I hate it though the caption says ran red light. Like, don't spoil it for me. I want it to be unexpected. Oh, just a quick... I thought the first one was bad enough. I was about to comment that the person trying to make the left there is like probably pooped their pants because they're like, surely it's okay that I make the left as this is turning yellow. And then the person just goes through the red and then it's like, bro, that left turner must have been like, holy frick. Oh yeah, then I mean, this is probably more common, but I did the other day I also someone did a Jersey left in front of me. For some reason, it was not like it was even a wide intersection, just a perfectly normal sized intersection. Turned green in both directions with no protected left, and they were just like, I'm gonna go left now. And yeah, I know it's kind of violating my rule of, you know, this is America and you might get shot, but I did honk as they did it because I was like, you're dumb. But anyway, an idiot never misses his exit. This looks like Las Vegas. Is this Las Vegas? It's gotta be. I see Sweet James up in the corner. Oh, wait. Or maybe it's Arizona. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully they didn't hit anyone and they did their thing. It's at least West Coast because Sweet James has ads all over the LA area and stuff like that. Hey, nice mildly bad drivers, right? Nobody got hurt. But, you know, it'd be a shame to have to turn around further up down the road. They did not have enough time or space to pass me on the right like they wanted. Okay. I can't tell if we have someone who's being really annoying and hogging the left lane and not pulling over. Kind of looks like we do. Hey, mate, it'd be really cool if, you know, you'd go into the other lane and not match the pace of the car in the right lane. And I'm very frustrated watching this because there's just a lot of bad driving happening here. God, so annoying, man. What are you doing? Like this? Okay, so this clearly isn't even a situation where it's just a perma 2-lane road. Like, this is very specifically a passing zone in what is otherwise like a 1-lane. And these people are freaking idiots. Oh, it makes me so annoyed. God dang it. And then this person is like, so what are you doing, man? I'm in the left lane. I'm trying to go and I can't. I cannot go because there's cars in front of me. Why are you trying to force yourself here? God, man. Freaking heck, bro. No, that wasn't the Tesla. The Tesla's in the right lane. Like, yes, I guess if you're gonna elevate your thinking a little bit, maybe you intentionally don't pace match so that you give another person an opportunity to get by you. But it's not their responsibility. It's the responsibility of the freaking idiot who's in the left lane holding it up to get out of the way. Right? That wasn't a Tesla bad driving moment. That was the person in the left lane being a bad driver moment. Spool on the loose. Jesus. Oh, hey, that's convenient. There's police there. This is just a new automated driving test. Honestly, I wonder what's worse, getting impacted by that or just a tire. Based on the size, like obviously that has a lot more mass and maybe it would just like roll over the car. But we've also seen situations where it's like you have the tire that falls off the car and the tire will be headed in the same direction as the car that hits it. So the closing speed is actually not as bad, but the car launches because the tire is small enough that it can just catapult. I should say wheel, because the tire itself probably wouldn't have the resistance, but a wheel just launches the car. Whereas this, if you hit it in the same direction it was going, it might actually not be as bad. Because you kind of get like stopped by it instead of just getting launched up into the sky. But how does this even I want to just know how this happens. How does a truck lose something like this and just keep going and have no idea? And like, was this just rolling down the road long enough that police were able to be called? How long was this going for? People who wait in the proper turn lane hate this one weird trick. Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, okay. I was gonna say, was the idiots in cars just the fact that everyone's backing up into it's like there's not much you can do in that situation, but that person wants to make a left. Ah, I see. I hate it. I hate it when a left turn gets backed up into the straight lanes. I'm just like, I don't know how to not be in the way. They're just going for it. They're just sending it. It definitely takes like a crazy amount of guts to just not care enough to be willing to get into a collision over anything else just to get where you're going. They're like, they actually would prefer to get into a crash than they would to just turn elsewhere. Bro, people are crazy. I guess I forgot to turn off my cloaking device. This is how I feel sometimes. especially when someone just like turns into you and straddles the lanes and is like, "What did I do wrong?" Okay, just like all one continuous lane change all the way across the highway. I turn now. Everybody else, good luck. Um, see, I just there must be people out there who think that when they put on their turn signal, it means that everybody else is supposed to make room for them. Like the turn signal gives them priority to do whatever it is that they want. It was everybody else's responsibility to ensure that they can do that without having to look. Anyway, let me have it, y'all. Who's at fault? Cops who reviewed the dash cam footage on scene said it could go either way. Well, if they said it could go either way, I feel like I need more pixels here. I need more pixels really badly. I can't see a damn thing. Like, how am I supposed to tell anything from this? Okay. I'm going to try to piece it together. All right. So it's this car here, right? So in my book, I don't know if this is actually correct, but the way that I think about things is that in the event of like two people, I hate it so much. It happens so often. And every time I hate it, two people changing into the same lane. It sucks. It's so annoying. And it's why I actually, whenever I change lanes, I try to not actually have anyone in the lane I'm turning into and the lane next to it, because then I know that that's not going to be an issue. Sometimes you can't avoid it, though, if there's a lot of traffic and you're just trying to squeeze into a place when there's cars everywhere. But anyway, huge fear that one day it's going to turn badly. But I always think that the car behind should take extra caution because they have the better visibility, whereas the car that is in front, yes, they obviously should be checking their mirrors and should be checking their blind spot, but it can be really hard to see. Like, this person is closing, they're going faster, and so even if you check your mirror and your blind spot, it's really easy to miss if the person in the camera car is doing the lane change because of how fast their closing speed was. Like, this person probably, like, right now, they check their blind spot, they check their mirror, they're like, it's good to go. They turn forward and they start making the move. And then all of a sudden, this person's there. And it's much easier to avoid that if you're the car that's approaching from behind. That said, they almost were like synchronized. I just think if you're in the camera car here, you could have seen right about now that that person's doing a lane change. You could have taken evasive action. And yeah, the other car, I think they did blinker, right? It's hard to tell, but I think they do have a blinker. Yeah, they definitely have a blinker on. So I don't know how insurance companies would determine, but I do think it's much harder to notice as the other car that this is actually going to happen versus being, vigilant as the camera car from behind, being like, okay, they might not see me. Let me just abandon and change lanes further down the road. So, but anyway, this is a gray area where it's like you can totally see how this would happen, but also I do think the camera car could have avoided it. So, my spidey senses were tingling. Okay. Like you predict this person's a bad driver and you're like, I just don't want to be near him. I'm going to get out of the way. Sick maneuvers. Well done. I mean, we don't know what happened before this, but you oftentimes you'll see somebody driving and you're like, they're bad. And I want to get away from them. Oftentimes I'll see it in the rear view. I'll see someone who's like looking down at their phone and I'm like, I am not going to be in front of you. I'm going elsewhere. That's like the big thing I look out for. And if you don't, you should. If you look in your rear view and you see someone who's like peeking down at their phone, just get away because you don't want to get rear-ended. So anyway, Merge Thieves. I feel like we saw this before and it was like, okay, sick diagram. But this 28 days ago, didn't we have something longer that we hadn't seen before? I don't think we'd seen the 29 days ago one, so I don't know how I saw this and not the other. I don't think my speed was the problem, ma'am. Slow down. Wait, you got hit with a slow down? Wait, what? Where's the slow down? I want to see if I can hear. It looks like you're in an SUV too. I don't think he's driving a Urus or something like that. That's my favorite thing is, and this used to happen at my old house, is I would be driving a fancy car that looks fast and that is capable of going fast, but I would be driving like 10 miles an hour, way slower than anybody else drives on my old windy road because I don't want somebody to hit me. So I'm so much slower than everyone on the super narrow windy stuff. And the amount of times that people walking would be like, I'm just like, what do you want from me? Do you want me to park and not move? I'm going 10 miles an hour. The person in the Prius who just whizzed by 2 seconds ago at 25 around the blind freaking corner that's one lane. Okay, you didn't care about them, but you're telling me to slow down because I look fast. Like, what do you... Gah! You just do that to any sports car? You're just like, what are you doing? How dare you exist? God. That would always... And I'd be like... I would actually just be like, what do you want me to do? Pretty sure I had the right of way. You're there? Yeah. You're definitely right away, for sure. Oh. See, that's a level of, I know I'm right and I'm asserting myself that I just don't think I could commit to because I'd be too worried the other car is going to run into me. Like, you went for it, but that's a lot of trust that the other person is not also going to be overly confident in their stupidity. Never take your Corvette to the beach, folks. This happened at a beach in El Salvador. But why? And it's beached. That didn't take long. I'm gonna be honest, it survived a lot longer than I thought it would. Are we surprised by this outcome? I'm just not sure what they expected to have happen. Huh. Wait, did they actually get it off the sand? I wasn't expecting it to damage the tire like that. Oh. I guess if you weren't worried about looking like an idiot in front of everybody and having your car stuck, you risk damaging your wheel and tire. Maybe it was like a rock or something that they hit, but maybe don't take your Corvette onto the sand. Feels a little silly that you'd have to warn anyone of that, but here we are. I cut him off, apparently. Whomst did you cut off? It's always like, who's going to be the bad driver? It's going to be the pickup truck. It's always the pickup truck, man. All right. What I'm going to say is that while, yes, they're stupid, this seemed avoidable. Like, they clearly start moving over into you. You have shoulder. Like, you could have taken evasive action here. That was so beyond avoidable. I'm wondering if the reason why this is the top post of the month is because everybody is roasting this person. Like, yes, the truck is a bad driver, but what are you doing? You have the reflexes of a sloth on NyQuil. What are you doing? Or it was just, wanting to assert that you're right and just sticking it out. But that's crazy. You did nothing. You have no survival instinct. What are you doing? You're like police trying to pit maneuver the guy. Okay. All right. I mean, yeah. I don't get it. I just don't understand the lack of desire to avoid a collision, even if you are the one being wronged. I don't. All right. Well, anyway, there you go. I gotta read the comment. I'm about to have a bad time, but I'm gonna read the comment. This post is locked. Oh, why is it locked? Oh, I gotta. Oh no, what does it say? Oh God. I get that he was driving like a dick, but why let him run into you? Thanks for watching the last month of Mildly Bad Drivers. I hope that you've enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, and I'll see you next time.